I was ignorant to the situation. I didn't realize how much of a loser Glaive Kiyo's attacker was. Yesterday, or a couple of days ago, depending on when I feel like making this, a YouTuber by the name of Zome tried making an exposed video on Glaive Kio. After trying to see both sides, I realized that looking a little bit deeper into the situation, this video was just a hit piece, and this guy is a complete liar. So I wasn't planning on making another video on this situation, but considering there isn't that many black people in the gacha space, and this Zome guy is clearly racist toward black people and plenty of other races, I thought I'd speak up one more time about the situation. And unlike this guy, I'm not lying to you about it. As you can see, and if you think that picture was made with AI, then you can go ahead and check out my Twitter or Discord for extra proof. I promise that wasn't a shameless plug. You want to know something? This guy did one of the corniest things you can do. He straight up lied about being black to get away with dropping the hard R. It's funny that people could lie about being black, but have no idea what comes with that, and then try to give the N-word pass to people in his server while lying about being black, and then trying to walk it back. First of all, how is anyone gonna believe anything you say when you're lying about simple things like that? That's what pathological liars do. When they get caught in a lie, they have to keep lying to cover up their other lies. And then this guy tries to say that, oh well, Gotcha Smack uses the N-word. Yeah, that's because he's black. Like, what the hell are you talking about? If you notice, I don't even say the N-word around y'all, and I'm black. There is a reason for that. I don't want any of that bullshit to be in my community, especially with potential young impressionable minds being in my community. I don't want them thinking it's okay to just go around saying the N-word, especially if they aren't black, because that type of behavior should not be promoted. If people are saying it, then whatever, but they should be shamed for it, because most of us are grown adults. And as a grown-ass man in almost 2026, how the hell are you still racist? How are you a grown-ass man on the internet still being racist like you're 9 years old? And do you expect me to take you seriously? But I don't know. Apparently this guy is all for one. He's a shapeshifter. He's whatever race fits his agenda at the moment. Oh well, I'm actually black. Oh well, never mind, I'm actually Indonesian. Oh well, actually I'm German. Actually I'm all of those combined. I'm transracial. And I'm Jewish. But I'm cool with people like this. Zome, please stop talking. What the fuck is this? Every time I look, it gets even worse. When I saw this, I had to immediately screenshot this because you delete and edit every damn thing you say. But what the hell is this? You're really trying to say you only said you were black as a social experiment? Shut up. And I'm not even gonna show you the screenshot of the comment because I don't want to put the dude on blast. I honestly just feel bad for him. But I just seen somebody comment under Zome's community post that, hey guys, I'm black. Like, it's okay that he said the N-word. Like, it's cool. As if he's like speaking for the whole black community. And it's like, bro, stop trying to be a pick me. So all it took for him to convince you that he wasn't racist was, oh yeah, bro, like it was just a couple years ago. Like, it's not a big deal. Even though he clearly still says the hard R in private, it's so obvious that he's racist against, once again, not only black people, but so many other races. So if I got up here and just started spamming racial slurs, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm not actually racist though. Like, it's not a big deal. You know, it's cool. How would that go over? Of course, everybody would pin me as a racist if I started doing that, and I would never do that anyways. It's funny that this whole situation started on the basis of being authentic. This guy is trying to hold Glaive Kio accountable for not being authentic. Yet here we are only a couple days later, and this guy is exposing himself as being one of the least authentic people in the space. I don't know about you, but I would rather watch an entire video made by ChatGPT than watch a video from a guy who is lying about being black and trying to act like he isn't racist as a grown ass man in almost 2026. At least at that point, just own up to being racist. There is plenty of people who have successful careers built off of racism.
You think black people should be allowed to use the self-checkout section at the grocery store?
Bruh.
What? So black people should be allowed to self-checkout in a grocery store?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Well, yeah, obviously. Why not?
That's the question?
Yeah, it was just a question. Yes? Wait, why though?
But all of this half-ass shit is only going to get you deeper into the predicament you're already in, trying to act like you aren't actually racist. And I will say that in my last video, I did try to say that this shouldn't be a Genshin Impact versus Wuthering Waves thing, but unfortunately, it has turned into that because from what I understand, Zome's video was just somebody that maybe doesn't like the use of AI to make entire videos, but he uses Grammarly. But in reality, most of the reason that this video was made was for the Hoyo versus Wuthering Waves agenda. And it's crazy because Wuthering Waves has taken so many W's over the past month or two. And then now it seems like we have two people trying to kill the hype. One with this Glaive exposed video, and then Pixel Tree with one of the worst gotcha takes in human history. This could have been a conversation about the use of AI in our society today. It could have been something like whether or not AI is acceptable and pushing an agenda that using AI in an entire video from beginning to end is ridiculous. But considering Zome's past, it just seems like Dawe is paying him directly to start some shit. Hey Dawe, just pay me next time, at least I won't be racist about it. And I'm not saying that Zome was for sure trying to be racist to Glaive Kio, but when you have a past like this, I wouldn't put it past him. Now, if I'm being honest with you, Glaive Kio's response was a little anticlimactic because he was just kind of reiterating a lot of the things that were already said. But let me know if I missed anything major because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch that whole video because I felt like I pretty much knew what was going on there. And I would hope that Glaive Kio isn't using AI to write entire scripts because even if you'd make more money that way, you'll get much more fulfillment out of being authentic. And I know that Glaive has showed the notes that he takes before he makes a video, but like honestly, you could just put those notes into ChatGPT too and then be like, oh well, just make an entire script for me. But I don't know, you can decide whether or not that's okay with you. I would say that would be a little more acceptable than just not even doing any research at all and being like, yeah, ChatGPT, make an entire script for me. So if he's compiling those notes, copy pasting them into a prompt for AI and then asking it to make a script out of that, then if you watch him, you can decide whether or not that's okay and that's something that you want to see. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should watch somebody. If you enjoy somebody's content, then watch it, even if you know it's AI and it's extremely obvious. Like those AI leaker channels or whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking about, the channels that have the really feminine AI voices and they're talking about what character is going to come out in the next 2 years. And as for being racist, once again, it's honestly just cringe and childish. Race is literally something that you can't control, and you'd realize that if you had any brain cells whatsoever. I grew up alongside so many different races that I learned to never even see color. Women of every single race are beautiful. Men come in all different shapes and sizes.
What?
Pause. And they shouldn't be judged by anything besides how good of a person they are. I'm not even saying that I'm a good person because I've made countless mistakes in my life. But let me tell you one thing. I'm definitely not a racist person, if anything else. So your word of the day today is gooner. What do you think about goonerism in gacha games? Is it weird? What is too much goonerism? And what game goes way too far? Obviously, gacha games like Brown does too. Do it for most people. But what about something like Duet Night Abyss? You know, it's funny that people who play more mainstream games like Marvel Rivals say that gacha games are just for gooners when they've released nothing but skins to show off the ass portion of their female characters. If we're talking about specifically Marvel Rivals, it seems like they're catering to the male audience way too much at times, and even more than a gacha game. I know that's pretty crazy to say. Anyways, I know this type of video is not what I usually make, and I really appreciate you watching all the way through if you have. Also, these videos are just really easy to make because it's my raw thoughts and I don't have to do too much thinking and I can kind of just ramble. Plus, if this stuff wasn't going on, there really isn't much else happening in the gacha space besides the hype for 3.0 Wuthering Waves. There's only so many times I could ask you if you're hyped for 3.0, like, okay, we get it, 3.0 is coming out. Oh, maybe I could just give a completely dog shit take. Yeah, the exploration sucks for 3.0. We should have like we should be able to walk around. Like, we can't walk around anymore. Why do we need a bike and flight and all this? I hate exploration. We should just, matter of fact, we need a stamina bar outside of battle too. Well, we definitely need that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I need to start streaming by next year. You look cute today. Peace.